Alright guys, in this video we're going to keep tidying up the records that we've created. What we're going to do is on the log or the journal page, we want to get the locking working. So at the moment, even though this is locked, this data here is still editable and I can still create records. So what we want to do is get that locking to work. How are we going to do that? We're going to go back and look at the XML. We're going to start the record NPC, and what we've got is under NPC Combat, which is an existing tab. If we go here to the main tab, we hover over here somewhere, we should see that this is NPC Combat. See the window under the debug stuff, top left, we've got window NPC Combat. And if we lock and unlock this stuff, you can see here that that locking is working. So let's find out the magic that's working behind here. NPC Combat is quite long. It goes down to, what have we got here, 64 to 557. It's about 500 lines long. And heaps of labels and fields. There's no locking code in here. What we find is this script file, campaign scripts npc main lua. So let's open up that file. 5e campaign scripts npc main.lua. Alright, and we've got in here a function onInit, and onInit will run when this window is initialized, and it's going to then run two other functions. One's on summary changed, which is this one, and if we look through this, we'll find there's nothing in here to do with the locking. But when we look at the update, which is the second command it runs, or the second function, we can see a bunch of stuff here that locks be read only, sets the locking on these fields. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy these over, and we'll get rid of the stuff we don't need. So Control C, back to our Ruleset Wizard. Now instead of clicking on any of these controls, we're going to click on the window class that's journal here, or the frame here at the back, and we're going to paste our stuff down here. And remember, the first thing that we said was on summary changed isn't needed. We'll get rid of that, minimize this and get rid of the whole section. And this update code, we want node record and be read only. Node record gets the entry here, so this is like note.1. Oh, sorry, this is the NPC record it's going to get. We've got be read only equals window manager get read only state node record. So we want to get the read only state for the node record, which is our NPC, and so that must be being set somewhere else. So but we'll keep this in here for the moment. And what we're going to do is get rid of some of these sections. It's code we don't need. Okay, we've got two editable controls. We've got a formatted text field, and we've got a list. And so what we're going to do here is put the formatted text field in here, which is journal text, and we're going to put our window list in here, which is diary list, and we're going to get rid of everything else. Alright, that should lock this field pending this being set properly. So let's find out how this is set. It's in the node record, it's in the parent object, which is NPC. So let's go and have a look at the NPC XML. Let's go back to the NPC tab, the NPC record, and window class NPC, same thing, we've got a script in here called scripts NPC Lua. The other one was NPC main Lua, this one's NPC Lua. Let's open that up. Okay, on init we've got register menu item, on ID changed, neither of that is important to us. On lock changed, okay, this is what we're after, on lock changed. Then we're going to run the function state changed, which is here. Let's copy those over. That's all we need here, but we're going to have to edit some stuff. So we'll copy that. We will paste it into NPC. Now again, we're not going to paste it on any of the controls, we're going to paste it on the window class, which either clicking here at the top or this graphic element at the back. So we'll paste this in here. Now, main creature subwindow, that's the main, let's have a look. It's called main creature. If we go back to our tabs and we look in here, main creature is the subwindow name. We don't have that in here because we're just allowing that to be inherited from the 5e rule set. But we've got it for the other ones. So main creature. So where we've got main creature in our code, we need a reference here for sub-journal, which is our journal and diary entries. Let's copy that. Sub-journal. Alright, go back here to our window. So if main creature subwindow, then main creature subwindow update. It's going to run a function called update in the subwindow called main creature. We want another one of those. If subjournal subwindow, then journal subwindow dot update and end. Okay, subjournal subwindow update. If we go back to our subwindow is this control here, and it contains journal. If we have a look on here, we've got a function called update. So we're going to rerun this update command every time the lock changes, where the onlock changed, it'll run state changed. Alright, that might be enough info, so let's try that. We'll generate that and we'll flick back to Fantasy Grounds. Let's give it a reboot. Okay, let's fire up Glassstaff. You can see our record is locked. Go to our journal, click in here, it's all locked. If we right click in here, we can't add a new record. Let's unlock, and we can now make this, we can keep editing in here. What have we got there? Control view. Alright, so we can edit stuff in here, that's working, and if we lock it, I can no longer edit. If I unlock, I can add a new record here. Okay, I can also delete the record, and we'll lock it up again. So, perfect, the locking is working. What we're going to do next, let's add a delete button here for this, so that we don't have to right click to delete. We can even add a plus button in here as well. So let's do those next. Alright, what we want to do is go to the journal page. We want to add a button, drag a button in over here. We're going to clear some of these values. First we'll make it 20 by 20. We'll get rid of the text font, we'll get rid of the frame. We'll find the right position here, which is roughly going to be 365 and 180 is good. We're going to anchor this to the right, to the top. We're going to stack with control journal text. We're going to use a template. This template is for button I add. We're going to give it a name, and the name is going to be something like diary list I add. We need some extra info in here. We need to link this. We need to tell it that when it's adding stuff, that it's doing it to this particular window here. So we need some custom properties. We'll do that. Add. Now we need some extra info in here. What we want is the property name is target, and the property value is diary list. I think that's right. We'll lock this, and we're going to add another one. Control C, Control V, and this one is going to be very similar. It's going to be a button I edit. Button I edit. Still linking to diary list. It's going to be called diary list I edit, and we'll need something else. What we need is a delete button, a delete icon on the note detail record. Okay, that should be enough there. Let's go to note detail. What we can actually do, we'll shorten this, we will go copy one of these buttons as well. Some of the info in here is good. Copy this to note detail. We're going to put it at the end of this record. It's going to overlap that text. Don't have to worry about that for the moment. This button should be called, this is I delete. Is the template button I delete. Target diary list is all good, but the name of this button here should just be called I delete. It has to be called I delete. That's what the script that's part of this template will be looking for. We don't need to stack it. Horizontal and right is good. What we do need to do is, I'll just explain to you, the naming. These ones here, their naming needs to be the list name I edit or list name I add underscore I edit underscore I add. That's important. This name again, the template here looks for this list underscore I edit or I add this control. And for the delete one, it's looking for a field called I delete. All right, if we push those and we cross our fingers, we'll see what happens. We've reloaded the table, fire up our NPC, off to the journal. All right, we've got these two buttons. Okay, awesome. Edit list and add item. I think we need to unlock. Let's add a record. That's great. Let's edit list. Perfect. We click on this, it changes to the confirm button, and then we can delete. All right, magic. So they worked the first time, which is awesome. Okay, let's go to our people tab. Actually, let's wrap this video up. That's the end of this video. We got a few things done. We've got the locking done for this page. We've got the add and edit and delete controls working for these records also. That's good progress, I think.